What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Credit, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. Jaron Ennis has always been a hating ass nigga, man. He's always been a hater, bro. I mean, it's not just me talking. You guys just go back and check the videos. I don't know why everybody's surprised. Like, why is everybody surprised that he's sparring Canelo Alvarez for Terrence Crawford? Why are y'all surprised? I'm not surprised. I expected something like that from a guy like Ennis. When you go back and listen to Jaron Ennis talk, whenever Terrence Crawford is mentioned or brought up, Ennis always say something crazy, something out of pocket. And then you be like, what the freak did... I used to be like, yo, what the freak did this guy just say? He kind of reminds me of Devin Haney a little bit. Like, alright. I love Devin Haney as a fighter, as a person. But his personality is crazy. Like, some shit Devin Haney says, he shouldn't be saying it. I ain't talking about like on the difference from Haney and Ennis. Haney is not a hater. I've never heard Haney hated on anybody. Only probably Gervonta Davis fans probably think Haney be hating on Tank. But I never got that indication that Haney was ever hating on Tank. But the point I'm trying to make is, Ennis kind of reminds me of Haney when it comes to like saying some wild stuff for you to be like, did he really just say that? But, I mean, it is what it is. But I think Ennis is worse when it comes to it. Like, some of the interviews that really made me not respect Ennis or not take Buddy seriously, for me to not be shocked that he's in Canelo Alvarez camp right now, are interviews like when they first gave him a compliment, which was a compliment. They said, hey, you remind us of Terrence Crawford because of the switch hitting, and he fight from both stances, and you kind of remind us of him a little bit. And Ennis immediately said, no, I don't. I'm way better than Terrence Crawford. Me and Terrence Crawford are not the same. I'm much better. Bro, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Bro, from what we've seen from Jaron Ennis right now, there is absolutely no indication he's better than Terrence Crawford. I don't even want to say that shit. Even the better part. There's no indication that he's better than Bud. Yet alone can he tie his shoes. And now he's been... And you know what's crazy about this situation? He's been fighting low-caliber fighters. If you believe you're better than Bud Crawford and you're struggling against these low-level competition, I don't want to see how you're going to look against top competition. we know against top competition, Bud looks his best. Bud looks his best every single time. KO artists against the best fighters in the sport. If a guy doesn't belong in the ring with him, he'll get you out of there. Like, for example, they share similar opponents, right? Some similar opponents. I won't mention Thomas Delorme because Thomas Delorme had taken so many losses by the time he fought Jaron Ennis. So Wayne ain't gonna count him. Plus, Ennis hit that man in the back of his head, and the referee never called it. So, other than that, the only guy we can really look at is David Avanesian. What did Crawford show us? Crawford showed us when a guy doesn't belong in the ring with him, he's going to find a way to get him out of there. He's going to set traps. And if the guy falls for that trap, it's over. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened when it came to Crawford and Avanesian. And then Avanesian, who got knocked out viciously by Bud, right? Avanesian, who got KO'd viciously by Bud, should have had a glass chin, because that was a nasty KO. So we all expected a knockout from Ennis, and it would knock this dude out. But Ennis goes in there and fights David Avanesian, and yeah, David Avanesian makes him look bad. Ennis is falling all over the place, missing, swinging wild, getting hit with uppercuts. He's even arguing with his dad. I've never seen in all of Terence Crawford's career, I've never seen Terence Crawford argue with his trainers. And it's just like going back and forth with his dad. His dad is saying, you stop playing too much, or you're getting hit too much. I mean, it was hard to watch Ennis versus David Avanesian, because I was like, wow, how is David doing this to a guy that's supposedly better than Bud Crawford? It just didn't make any sense at all, guys. It didn't make any sense at all. You know, it didn't make zero. It made zero sense. So it just goes to show Jaron Ennis just be chatting. He don't know what he be talking about. I mean, and that's just one opponent. Like I said, I won't even mention Delorme, because Delorme was way past his prime. He had taken multiple losses, and he also got hit in the back of the head. So that's and when Bud fought him, Delorme was in his prime, probably only had one loss, and he was the bigger man. Ennis has always been a bigger man. So even with being a bigger man against little guys that he's fighting, he still hasn't shown us he's anywhere close to the little man, Terence Crawford, who started his career at 135. There's absolutely no way Ennis can get down to 135. That goes to show you Bud Crawford is indeed the smaller man. I mean, it is what it is. But there's also multiple other instances where Ennis has hated on Bud when it came to the Errol Spence versus Chance Crawford fight. Every chance he got, he took it upon himself to say Earl was going to beat Crawford. Every chance he got. At first I was thinking, like I said, hey, maybe it's a PBC thing. You know, all the PBC guy got to back Earl Spence. But then as I kept listening to the guy, he kept saying the same shit. That's when I started paying attention to him. I'm like, this dude is starting to rub me the wrong way. This Ennis guy. So it's hard for me to get behind him, even though he's from my city, right? Anyway, moving forward, he just be saying all types of slick stuff that's not, that he shouldn't be saying. And then he did an interview, multiple interviews when Crawford versus Canelo was shot. He did multiple interviews saying Canelo's is going to beat Bud, and Bud is only fighting Canelo for money because he's getting paid. The arrogance of Ennis is out of this world. But then, in the same breath, he wants to do what Bud is doing. So, it's more than just hating at this point. It's a lot of jealousy to that. A lot of jealousy. And you can see it if you truly just sit there and pay attention and watch and listen. He's going to expose himself every time. He's going to expose him here. When a guy is a jealous, hating that person, he's going to expose himself. You just got to sit there and pay attention. And then, right? What was I saying just now? He just be hating, bro. He just be hating. But in the same breath, he wants to be Bud so bad. He always says, I don't want to be undisputed. He becomes unify at 147, but he's so undisciplined, he can't even stay at the weight to try to unify the titles and become undisputed. So now all of his undisputed dreams is out of the window. So now he's even more mad. This is what happened when you're hating at mother sucker. This is what happens. If he would have just kept being humble and stopped hating every time they asked him about Bud, maybe things would have went his way. Maybe he could become undisputed. Maybe he could have got the luck. But because he want to be a hater, he has yet to accomplish being undisputed. He's so undisciplined, he had to move up in weight. So, my thing to boxing fans, pay attention to the patterns. Pay attention to guys like Ennis who's sneaky. Everybody's upset saying, yo, Ennis betrayed us and he went over there to Canelo. And then I seen a video from Timothy Bradley. Bradley just be saying some bullshit sometimes, bro. Bradley over here talking about why should y'all be mad? Ennis is sparring Canelo Alvarez when y'all should be happy because Ennis got into the camp and Ennis is going to tell us the secrets, Canelo Alvarez secrets. Bro, Did y'all not hear everything I said about Ennis in this video? Ennis doesn't like Bud. He hates the man with a passion. Yet, he looks... How can you hate somebody but look up to the person at the same time? He looks up to the man, but he hates him. He wants to do everything Bud has done and accomplished, but he hates him in the same breath. He discredits him. He goes out his way to slander the guy, but he wants to be the guy so bad. He wants to replace him. He wants to be the man. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Anyway, Bradley take was ridiculous also. Because, like, Bradley, if you truly follow the sport, you'll know Ennis is not... Ennis does not like Bud at all. You understand? Every chance he gets, he goes out his way to hate on that man. I mean, if guys like Bradley follow the sport, he wouldn't be making videos like that. Saying, oh, Ennis got into the camp. Now he can tell us the secrets. Ennis ain't telling us shit. Ennis is trying to help Canelo beat Bud. But Ennis is not good enough. Like I said before, he had got the highest compliment being compared to the best fighter of this era. And you saying, no, you nothing like him. You're better than him. How are you better than him when you fight low-level competition? And even similar guy that he fought, and you couldn't do nothing with him. And David Avanesian. The referee stopped the fight, but David Avanesian, he was good. They stopped the fight too soon. Avanesian was complaining. You saying? Avanesian was complaining. He was like, yo, they stopping the fight too soon. Anyway, it is what it is. Everybody need to get out their feelings. Me personally, I expected this. This the type of guy Ennis is. And I hope everybody starts to pay attention to who he is. So when stuff like this happens, you're not surprised. Anyway, it's your boy No Credit. Canelo can use Ennis all he wants. It's not going to change the outcome of the fight. Ennis is nowhere near the level of a Bud Crawford. He may have some skill set close to it, but with that skill set, you need a computer of a brain for boxing. And Ennis doesn't have the intellect to be one of the greatest of all time. He lacks the intellect. You know, the intelligence. He lacks that, so it's going to be hard for him to take his talents to the next level, especially when he starts to fight guys his size. He's a natural middleweight. Shit, super middleweight. Did you see the picture? Him and Canelo standing next to each other. He looked 2 to 3 weight classes bigger than Canelo. Anyway, it's your boy No Credit. And I'm out.